Yeah, now I can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so basically my question is, let's say you make a donation and the donation is to cover, let's say, you say the prayer for, let's say, anything you've stolen in the past and whatnot, right? It's kind of like, like you're trying to make up for things that you either did intentionally or unintentionally, and you want the money to help cover those things. Now, let's say that person who
I
donated.
didn't get. I'm sorry. I didn't get. It was breaking up. So you send somebody donation to somebody. So they pray for you. So to get forgiveness for some kind of sins.
Well, yeah. Let's say like you walked out of a grocery store and you took too many napkins from a fast food
Okay. Got it.
restaurant,
Okay. Yes.
like that, and you said the prayer that that actually would be covered with your donation. Now, let's say that person later goes back to being a sinner. They still get credit for taking the action they made in the donation, or does that get revoked?
Okay. I got it. So it's not simple question. So let me explain. So let me just repeat what you asked. Maybe I add few details, but I think it's a very good question. So the question is, for example, a person did the sin. So what is sin? So let's say he did something, took something from the grocery. Well, like for example, a person needed I don't know what he needed, and he by mistake put two. He was buying I don't know dishwasher soap, and he put two bottles. So how much is the bottle? Let's say $1. Okay, this grocery is still in business. Don't worry. Right. So the question is how to do Teshuvah. Is it possible that you can send any organization some money so they pray for you Teshuvah? So okay, so, like, whoa, whatever sin you did, but we're talking about sins between man and man. That's very important point. So our sages teach us, and we learn in the Hilchot Teshuva. It's actually in this book, but end of the book. So there are two types of sins: sins between us and HaShem, and sins between man and man. Right? So sins between us and HaShem, you go to HaShem, you ask him for forgiveness. You, as you said, send tzedakah, and said, HaShem, I'm very sorry. Here, I help on you poor people. I help in Kiruv. I help in spreading the words of the Torah. Okay, I'm very, very sorry. I was going against you. I didn't keep Shabbos. I did this, ate not kosher, dated non-Jew. All of these beautiful things. And some people do. Okay, no problem. So Hashem would forgive you. There is no problem. But Hashem said, I cannot forgive you for the sins between you and somebody else. It's not Jewish idea. That's what Christians do. Like he went with somebody's wife, and he said he came to the priest and said that's what I did. He said, okay, it's a very big sin, my son. You have to bring I don't know $5,000 minimum for every time you went with this woman. He said, and I forgive. Of course you forgive. What do you mean? That's what they do. But it's not true. That's not what Torah says. So it says Torah says if you offended somebody else, you broke his car, you stole whatever from his store, from his property, had something of his property, like I don't know, whatever was it, and you took it without his permission, so it's stealing. So you have to rectify the sins between this with this person. So you cannot get, for example, you owe this guy $1, right, or this groceries. You cannot give $1 to charity. It's not going to help you. It's not. So you have to give to this store $1. Yeah. So between man and man, we have to deal with that person only. Hashem cannot help you, right? Hashem is all powerful, but he said here, I'm not going. I'm not allowed myself to help that individual. You understand? So no prayers in the world, no tzedakah in the world can help you to fix this $1 issue. So you have to go to that person. Of course, I think I said before, some of my students, they were embarrassed. How come it was 10 years ago I was stealing? So the guy was stealing. I don't know, like he was I don't know, like, not teenager, like in 17, 18 years old, right? And he was stealing from a register. So they thought that he's a tzaddik, but he was still before we met, right? And so he said, I want to do Teshuvah. So I said, let's calculate. It took him some time. He calculated. He said it's like, I don't know, it was a long time ago, right? So it was like, I don't know, $300 approximately. I said, just in case, like add 20% more, just to be sure. Yeah, he said $300, like over like summer or 2 summers. I don't remember exactly the case. So I took the money, right? I said, give me the money. So I took the envelope. I said, and the same owners? Yeah, he said the same owner. So I went to this guy, this Indian guy, and I told him that that's what happened. Look, since he did not know, because there are many kids who were working for him, so he would employ different like college kids during like all this years. I didn't say what year, like it did not matter. Like I said, I have a students that's what happened. He's now religious, we're Jews, this and that. The guy was blown away with this thing. I mean, and I said that this is the $300, and there were people standing around. It was the biggest Kiddush HaShem ever, right? So, and that's how you do. Right? So sometimes there's a dollar. If you own $1, $2, $5, so you can always come. Like there's another lady, so she stole, I don't know, stockings or something from the store. The same owner, same company. So I said, come and say, I forgot to pay. I apologize. This is $5. Please ring it into register, and that's it. That's I mean, very simple to fix. But only between so let me finish. And so it's between us and another man. And second part of the question, so let me answer. So once person did Teshuvah, so he felt bad, he did everything he was supposed to, and then let's say then he fell and did exactly the same. So of course it does not make him a hypocrite. You understand? So when he was doing Teshuvah, he was sincere. 5 years later, he fell again. That's a different story. So it does not mean that original Teshuvah is neglected. You understand? It is accepted 100%. Okay, go ahead, please.
So just for clarification, I'm more or less talking about, let's say things that we stole, but we don't know we stole it, or forgot we stole it. We can't remember. We can't find the person to return it to.
Okay.
Rabbi Ruth said that if that's the case, or if it's a dangerous situation and you can't return the money, or you have some risk of the government,
yes,
that the donation, that if you donate, you can cover it.
Yes.
Now,
okay.
My question is once you make that donation, cover it, it can't be taken back if you commit a sin afterwards. Let's say, for example, you do that with the intention to cover it, and then you make the donation, and then let's say a week later you commit a sin. But that sinning after the fact does not remove the positive action that you took to repay the debt, does it?
No, that does not. It's two separate things. But let me comment on the first part. So of course the exception. Of course, I mean when I went to this grocery, I knew that nobody's going to arrest me. Like or the lady went paid $5 for stockings. Like okay, they actually like it, and it was cash. I mean they did whatever they wanted to do. You understand? But if you say like if somebody did not pay taxes, let's say now with tax, maybe it's not a good example. So maybe if you say I don't know what is the law is. Don't ask me. I don't know what is the law. So maybe it's not that bad if you pay taxes. But the thing is they might start investigation. So if you want to pay $3,000 in taxes, so this guy, if he paid $3,000, maybe he owes us $300,000. We have to investigate it from the day he was born. You understand? Maybe it's too dangerous. They can put you to prison because of some cooked up case. Okay, or some other things that cases dangerous, or it's simply you did not know. So you were store clerk, and you were given wrong change to people, right? That's unfortunately also happens. So in this case, yes, it is true. So you give to charity to benefit the public, right? And when you give this charity money, so it must be anonymous. So you should not derive any acknowledgement for that. Oh, Mr. So and so donated $5,000. No, anonymous, and it should be like cover like as many people as possible. Like, I don't know what would be in the olden days would be like a library or something. I don't know, some soup kitchen. I don't know, whatever, some public cause, and you pray that this person or descendants of this people, or somehow they would derive benefit, even remote benefit from this money. So because it was a long time ago, you don't know. So, but those, 1 second, you have to understand those are two separate situations. Once you know for sure who you took it from, and as I said, the store owner was still the same, even I don't know, like 7 years later, so it's one story. But if it's like even store owner is different, right? Even let's say it's the same store, same brand, right? Whatever brand is, but it's different. It's franchise. They already bought and sell it 3 times. So I mean, how by you giving money to this new store owner, like the old one does not benefit. So in this case, yeah, you go to put it in public charity. So I would say kiruv would be the best public charity. So, and you praise that that person would benefit. Go ahead.
So, Rabbi, I have a question. Let's say that you contact the place you want to make the donation to, and they ask if you will send a cashier's check or a check. Let's say they ask for the money in a check.
Mm-hmm.
Does that, if you write them a check, they're going to know who sent the money. Does that change anything?
I mean, if you don't get like I see what you're saying. So let me just explain your question to everybody else. So we said do it anonymously. So, but if these people ask you to write them a check, cashier check, a personal check, so it's like it's not no longer anonymous. It's your personal name. But if you done, it's still anonymous. If you don't get any credit for it. If they're going to put your name in a brochure on their website, this Mr. So-and-so donated $5,000, $3,000, thank you, Chazaka Baruch, stuff like that, that's the problem. That's but if it's like normal, like nobody knows what's going on, yes, so there is no problem. And of course, you cannot write off this money of your tax return. You understand? You cannot derive any benefit.
It's okay if the rabbi knows who you are, just as long as he doesn't put your name on the website for credit for giving the money.
Yes. So ask him not. So you say I want this donation to remain anonymous. So you have to specify it. Yes, because they want to say that there's such a donor. So everybody send them $18 or $10, and this guy and you send them $5,000. So I mean, of course they want to advertise that make all this $10 the donation like what you give me $10. Look, other people give me $5,000. What are you doing? You understand? So ask this organization. I don't want my name to appear anywhere. Of course, the organization would see, but they're not going to announce to anybody. That's the thing. So it's still anonymous.